Hello everybody, Rusty from the Rusty Razor, just doing a little bit of looking at all the different razors I have or razor blades in my collection. And I was asked by someone if they could show off what I typically use over the course of a week or year. And I just grabbed one of everything I have in my collection. A lot of this stuff was either purchased or gifted to me. That's your two choices there. The ones, there's a lot of different choices. People would send me stuff, saying, hey, try these out, or, what you think of them. And kind of ranked them from top to the bottom of the barrel kind of thing. But, yeah. Let's go delve into it. All right, so at the top here, what I would consider my two top razor blades I like using, which I would consider the higher quality ones in my collection, would be like the Gillette 7 o'clocks here. These do a really good job. Typically, if I use these, I can get 7 good shaves out of a Gillette 7 o'clock. They seem to be really good quality, nice and sharp. Get the job done. And I would consider the Iridium Wizamets here. These are what I would consider about the top of the line. And the price tag that goes with them pretty much explains a lot of it, because these two sets right here, the ones I like the most, are really expensive. And, well, you're talking, what? I think it's about $25 for 100 of these, and then I think it's like 35 or 40 or something like that for 100 of them, of these. So they're come with a hefty price tag, but they seem to get the job done pretty decently. So I use them every once in a while. Now the next two, these are pretty much sort of all in the same category. I can easily get 5 good shaves out of these guys if I want to. Typically, I just go with 4 because they're not that expensive. Well, the feathers are kind of expensive, but like with the feathers here, I have to go a lot of times. The first shave is too sharp for the first time using them, and then it's the second, third, fourth, and fifth time that they really start shining. It's like if I have a really, like, let's say the Wilkinson Sword razor that's really mild, use this the first time with it, and they seem to work pretty decently. It's the same thing like one of these other ones. We'll use it with the Wilkinson Sword, because they're fairly sharp blades. But these are sort of in the same category as up here with these guys, because they're pretty decent blades. But I find that you got to use them at least once before they really start shining with the feathers. Now, the rest of them, of these 3 right here are my favorites so far. I really like how these perform. Astras and the London Bridge really are, I consider, really good blades for me. They work really good. I know that Sig, he has a hard time. He can't use these because he reacts with them. He gets irritation really bad. There's something, part of it, on the blade causes irritation. But I like these so much and how they work so well. I bought like 500 of them. So, yeah, you buy 100 pretty cheaply. And these London Bridges are the same way. I really enjoy these things with a good shave. They work really good for me. So I get an easy 5 good shaves out of them. Everybody, there's people that say, hey, one and done. Well, these sometimes depends on what razor. If I was going to use a 5th time with a mild razor, I would consider it's done at 4. Easily, but with a more aggressive razor, these work really good. And it's the same thing with the Perm Sharps. They kind of work really good with me. Now, 2 other ones here. Now, these 3 here, the Nassets are good. A lot of people really like the Nassets. The Persona Platinums work pretty decently. And then you got the Gillette Wilkinsons. These are pretty decent razors. I would consider this as a good 4 shaves out of these. And the same thing goes with these other Gillette 7 o'clocks and this Gillette Blues. These are good for 4 good shaves. Before, it depends. Sometimes you can get 5 out, but typically everything that's in here I would consider 4 good shaves, and then if I feel like it, I might go to 5, but typically it's just 4 because they're not that expensive. The Personas are a little expensive in the Nassets, but the rest of these are not too bad. Now we move on to what I consider the 3 to maybe 4 good shaves are all of these right here. The Astra Blues, well, these are the stainless. Superior stainless. They can get to 4 easy for me, but some people might consider 3. And then you got the Persona Platinums. It's basically the same thing right there, but this is the different container. But so easily 4. So maybe that we consider those 2 together. All right. RK blades. These were gifted to me, and I was like, hey, kind of surprised. They work pretty decently. You know, I can get 3, 4 good shaves out of those. Say with this, I bought these Statums because John, he was using them, and I was like, hey, he said they were pretty decent blades, so I went and bought them. These are from India, and work pretty good, actually. I get a good shave out of them, and I can get 4. And it's the same way with these treats. You got carbon steel, double-edged, and the Platinums are a little better. They might, actually, the Platinums might belong up here. Is the 4 good, easy shaves out of these Platinum stainless steels. So, but they're kind of like hovering in between these 2 layers. So, and the Voskhod, they are similar. Easily 3 good ones, sometimes get 4 out of them. Kind of an inexpensive blade. Now down here we're moving into the bottom ones, where I consider these, some of these are 1 and done. Sometimes you get 2 1 and done derbies. It's like if I'm going on a trip and I just want to use a blade once, I would use the derbies. The same way with these Dorcos. I think these are the ones that are Vietnam. These are the Vietnam ones. I would say these are a solid 1 and done, because the first time you use them, even with a more aggressive razor, they are kind of tuggy for me. I'm not very pleased with them. And then you got these Dorcos. I'm not sure if these are the Korean ones or not. The red ones seem to be slightly better than these blue ones here. So they're, you might get 2. And it's the same way with these Stranglets. These Stranglets are kind of, to me, a cheap blade. Easy, 2 good shaves out of them, but I'm not very enamored with them at all. It's like once they're done, I'd never recommend anybody buying these darn things. I was gifted to them by some, but I can't remember who exactly sent me a pack of them, and I'm like, okay, I heard something. Then what I've heard from everybody complaining about them, and it makes a lot of sense. Sharks are a good 2 shaves. You might get 3 out of them sometimes, so they're not too bad. They're just a basic run-of-the-mill, kind of a cheap blade. I would say back in the day when I was using a blade 7 times before I replaced them, because when blades were $1 a piece, yeah, $1, I would use them 7 times and change them once a week. But these are kind of fall into the same category as the old kind of a average blade. So 2 to 3, not bad. These Wilkinson sword, these are 2 uses and bin. I don't push them even past 2. You can get 3 out of them if you really want to, but they're not really worth the time and effort. And then I think I got these primes in one of the cheap razors I bought. And yes, they are cheap blades too. They say they're platinum blades, but you get a solid 2 out of them and not more than that. These winter blades, oh boy, your typical, the platinum ones are maybe 3 if you're lucky. And these stainless steel ones are a solid 2. That's it. Big Bends, I would consider a solid 2, maybe pushing to 3. All right. The Lords are the same way. These are close to just a solid 3. You know, they're not so really, I would consider superior blades, but they'll get the job done with an easy 3 shaves. And then the Bic Chrome Platinum, basically an easy 3 shaves out of before you start noticing deterioration in the quality. So there's my kind of my recommendations. If you have the money and you want to spend it, hey, in this hobby, who doesn't have some money to spend or willing to spend. But right now, I'm probably not going to buy any more razor blades for a while because I got a ton of platinums. I got like 400 something of these. I got like 90 of these. I got around 90 of those. I probably will get more this weekend because I'm going to see my dad because his birthday. Actually, when you see this video, it's probably going to be his birthday on the 1st. So he'll be turning 83. I'll ask him because he has a bunch of Perm Sharp. I sent him 100 pack and he probably still has some of them left. Probably at least 80 or more. So if he's willing to give me those, I'll probably take them off his hands. This pack is about, I think there's maybe 1 left in that one. I like the Perma Sharps. They work good for me. So my recommendations, everything you see in this line and those 2, I would recommend a solid buy. These are, if you want to try them, give them a shot type of category. So I'm happy with the Statums. These Treats aren't too bad. The RKs are not too bad. These, which ones? Yeah, these 2 are okay, along with these 3 right here on the Voskhod. So I would say ranking them that way, and then down here, yeah, it's like here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Here we go. These right here, like that. There we go. And then we got these guys at the bottom. So there. All right. So that's kind of my ranking and how I like them for my blades. And hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe. Oh, by the way, if you're looking to get some stuff from the Razor Company, I got an affiliate link down below in for my store or store link. If you want to buy something, I'll get a little bit of kickback, and when I get a lot enough, then there'll be a giveaway for everybody to try out and get something back. All right. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe. This is Rusty. Rusty out.